Hey, Fit Fangirl here again. Today we're gonna make a super simple snack recipe. We're gonna make roasted spiced chickpeas. We're going to start with 1 can of chickpeas, also known as garbanzo beans, and we're just going to drain them and rinse them. Chickpeas have been drained and rinsed. I laid them out on a tea towel. Just pat them a little bit dry. They don't have to be perfectly dry. And now I've put my chickpeas on a baking tray and I've lined it with a Silpat. You could use parchment paper, or since this is stoneware, you probably didn't need to do either of those. I'm going to put them in the oven at 450 degrees for about 30 minutes. Okay, it's been about 30 minutes and I've taken my chickpeas out of the oven. They are visibly smaller and crispier. And I'm going to add them to my spice mix. And here is where you have choices. Okay, so for each can of chickpeas that you roast, you'll use a tablespoon of oil. I've used olive oil. And for this recipe, I'm using 1/4 teaspoon each of coriander and cumin and paprika and sea salt. Dump the chickpeas in the bowl. And I just toss it all together with my oil and spices. And as if this was gonna last more than 5 minutes in my house, you could store them in an airtight container for several days, but they don't last more than, a TV show here. My daughter really loves these. Now you have some other options if you don't want to make them with these spices. You can experiment around with different flavors. You might want to make them a little bit sweet. You could use honey, cinnamon, and nutmeg. Instead of the oil and the other spices. You could use grated Parmesan cheese, or if you're vegan, use some nutritional yeast combined with a little bit of garlic powder and pepper and salt and a little bit of oil. You go wild, just use your imagination. But this is the basic recipe. And my little girl loves these as a snack in her lunchbox or just while she's watching TV. They're really healthy and full of nutrients and fiber. So enjoy your chickpeas.